idea is to try and get people talking, interacting with each other, chatting around things that they remember. And in order to get people doing that, we focus on using songs and music, but we also support that with bringing objects and pictures and questions and suggestions that will help remind people around a particular theme. We have myself coordinating the sessions, and we have some volunteers who've helped plan all the sessions, and we have relatives of some of the residents and the staff in the home, and then the residents themselves, and we're all mixed up together chatting around things that people remember from their past. For each session we bring in a mixture of objects and photos and songs on the theme, things that people might know, and occasionally some things that people don't know. We structure each session with alternate large group activities, things that we all do together. So it's usually a song, or listening to a song or a story, or we've told jokes or read poetry. And then in between that, people sit round tables in smaller groups with the photos and the objects and talk about the theme.
We've covered school and holidays and food, which has brought out all sorts of memories from the past for not just Mum but for me as well.
The memories that people have get lost when they move into residential care, where they're not surrounded by their family and people who remember. So what we're offering is them a chance to share their lives before they moved here.
What we do, we try to bring some things in, like for the holidays we brought in pebbles from the seaside, and we brought some buckets and spades that you'd play with, and lots of things that you can imagine, so that people can hold things, and that might sort of stir the memory, and then people will remember and talk about things that they used to do when they were kids, or sort of other times, and so really trying to get people to tell each other what's been happening, so to get more conversation going.
And it's so lovely hearing all the diverse stories of how people lived their lives before they arrived in this one place. I love that.
That communication, I think, with the residents and like things that they've done, which you don't always get like loads and loads of time to do. So that's quite nice, having that sit down, that one-to-one. And I think it's nice for them talking to each other as well. And you find out more things.
It's been enlightening to see what they remember and how much they are enjoying the sessions, and that they are proactive in the sessions themselves and not just sitting back.
Different people on the table, different things, like some just like look at the pictures, and you can see that they just, even reminiscence looking at the pictures is like taking interest. Some, I think, through the singing a lot more that like the songs, and they do get really involved.
And you can see, I mean, even with the songs, I mean, even people who are not really taking part much, when the songs come, they sing along, and it's just loaded to see.
There's some scientific evidence that music in particular can really help maintain and stimulate memory.
To me, the singing seems to be the best and most fun of the whole lot, but it is wonderful to see the old people smile.
It's infectious, you can see around the room that it's infectious, that everybody's enjoying it and engaging with it.
It has been really riveting to watch my mother-in-law, who's normally pretty quiet and non-communicative, actually singing today a whole verse, which was absolutely fantastic, and smiling and much happier than she is normally.
It's also been really lovely to see a number of the residents who, I thought didn't really engage with much, sort of come out and enjoy it, and increasingly each week contribute and join in and sing.
It's really lovely to see people who weren't talking and didn't seem to be able to communicate actually starting to communicate. And sometimes that isn't words, sometimes it's just facial expressions or joining in the songs.
Yeah, they seem to enjoy it, and they are talking about it and engaging, not just sat in their chairs, which they do sometimes. They are actually looking forward to the sessions as well, and remember that the session is on each week.
Well, what we've noticed is that people are talking more, interacting, that they're now recognising us, and when we come in with the pictures and the music, they know what's going to happen. They remember what's going to happen.
Well, I'm hoping to do something similar in Ceredigion. I would really like. I mean, I think this is inspirational when you see people doing it, and you see people taking part, and you normally go in and people are just sitting really quietly, and then when you come in, it's like really busy and really humming and really buzzing, and everybody's sort of taking part in one way or another.
They do actually have conversations with each other while we're here in these sessions, which is obviously keeping their personal relationships going and enabling them to carry on building relationships and talking and interacting with people.
It is nice to see the relatives here. It's a pity we don't have more relatives joining in, because then I think they'd be able to see the benefit that we have here in the home from these sessions.
We all say afterwards how well it went and how much we're looking forward to the next week.
In fact, Mum often says, when's the next session? Because she's really looking forward to the next one. So it'll be a bit sad when they come to an end, won't it? Because it has been lovely. No, maybe they won't. Yeah.
We always find something to talk about.
Yeah.
We have asked for more sessions, and the directors are fully supportive of us having more sessions here.
We would like to offer this project to other care homes locally and further afield.
It's quite hard for relatives to come and they see they see their loved ones sitting and doing nothing. And when there's stuff going on and they can take part in it, I think it makes a big difference. It's because we've had quite a few people who've said, yeah, this is really nice to do something where there are more people involved. So I think it's very worthwhile.